This is just some, facts from the petroleum reports, the 2019 report. And you can see that much of it is comparing 3 years or 3.5 years. So obviously, by the time we get to the end of this year, a full 4 year, which is half of the 8 years, more revenue. The ratios would have continued to tilt, to the advantage of especially now that crude oil prices are rebounding again. There was a dip, with COVID and the shutdown, just like in 2016. So you can also see here that, in fairness, we did more also because crude oil prices were high. But remember, we were then net importers, so we were also taking a hit on the import side. So with one oil field, prices were high, so we utilized that for the sinking fund, infrastructure fund, stabilization fund, and all those things. But you can see that the worst crude oil performance was in 2016. This ended in 2019 because we didn't have the updated. We wanted to remain official. The prices were not sure. But if you take it, to be, then it would have come down. It went down around below 30, somewhere in March, April, COVID. Remember, that didn't have much to do with COVID. It had everything to do with the fight between Saudi Arabia and Russia. Yeah, that crude oil price. It's only worsened things for everybody. So, but now you can see that it is back to, as I was saying, around the 40s, where the Mahama administration was with one oil field. But yes, it will be back there with 3 oil fields, with 200,000 approximate barrels, certainly 190,000 barrels per day, against we were not even getting the 70,000 barrels because of the tariff bearing, issues and the rest. So I can say confidently that the oil revenue, oil production, outputs, and all that bears us out clearly. That we probably have used the oil revenues better. We have generated less revenue but done a lot. And this economy, and there's no reason. Let's go to the legacy question. There's no reason whatsoever on the basis of oil alone to say that the legacy was a terrible one. It was as if, a terrible economy would have been, a terrible from an oil perspective would have been, yes, if we had only Jubilee and the tariff bearing had continued or become worse. Because that was the worst thing that happened. But you had Sankofa and TEN coming in and making up. And if you see the graphs, you see that the price started going up from 2017. Immediately, the administration came in. You could see that 2016 was the lowest, then it started going out. And this is the basis on which, these projections were the basis on which, we were saying in 2016 that the prospects for the economy were brighter. With prices starting to go up, with Temfield, with Sankofa, and then with the oil pipelines which were laid with the turbo in place and all that. The only thing that was outstanding was a reverse flow, which has been done now. So you can see that the opportunities were there.